Alright, I'm boarding this bus to Badouzi. I don't know where and what Badouzi is all about. In fact, Badouzi did not exist in my vocabulary an hour ago. My objective is very simple, to get to Shifen from Keelung. I've alighted at Badouzi, trying to catch a transport to Shifen. Now look at how dramatic the coastline of this Badouzi is. The weather is like, it's raining, it's drizzling out here. Okay, so I better get into the shade. I've reached Badouzi train station. Let me scan in first. Okay. Oh, here. Okay, alright. This is an open air railway station. Okay, there's no any structure. It's like it's an open air platform, single lane. I suspect this could be the end of the Taiwan Railway as far as north is concerned. Oh, I never expected that. I thought of just making a quick connection, okay, from Keelung to Shifen, okay, and then stopping here by bus. Yeah, so instead of going by the long route, okay, I tried taking the shortcut. So yeah, I think that's the view. Fantastic. I think it's possibly one of the most beautiful railway stations here in Taiwan. Oh, train has come. Badouzi is the northernmost station of the Shenao line of the Taiwan Railway. It is the starting point for me to travel southwards towards Shifen. 请问这个是去石份的车吗？对，那是要回瑞芳的车。The Shenao Railway Line dates back to 1936 and was built for the purpose of transporting coal. I think a lot of visitors have come. This Shenao line was closed, reopened, closed, and finally reopened again in 2016. That's a cute train with a Chinese arch. Okay. There are only 2 stations along the Shenao line. The ending of this line terminates at Ruifang. This connects seamlessly into the Pingxi line at Ruifang. If the bus journey takes me to the raw coastline of Taiwan, then I would say that the train ride shows me the raw mountain beauty of Taiwan heartland. In about 45 minutes, the train takes me from Badouzi to Ruifang. From where I was in Ruifang, Shifen is located at the 5th station along the 12.9-kilometer Pingxi line. This railway track was built in 1921, also to transport coal from the area. Today, this train transports tourists to and from Ruifang Station to the 8 stops in the highly scenic Keelung River Valley or Pingxi Valley. The train goes south from Ruifang and then head west into the valley. The train ride from Ruifang to Shifen takes about 30 minutes and costs 20 new Taiwanese dollar. Just a heads up, the Pingxi train is always packed to the brim on weekend. If your itinerary is flexible, try to come during the week. Also, the train only comes every hour, so it's best to time your visit here. Right, I'm at Shifen. So I'm going to the Old Street to catch a video of the train coming through the small town. So this is in fact a very famous town. Okay, but you can see the merging of the train and the small town charm. So one of the very popular activity is to release the 天灯. Okay, that is where everybody. That's the train thing. Right, back to business. Both Shifen and Shifen is a very touristy place. Yeah. So in Shifen, there are a few activities you can partake. Okay, one is the release of the 天灯, okay, which you have seen earlier. And the other one is to enjoy the Old Street, the Lao Jie. Okay, that's the old town of Shifen. And what sets apart from Jiufen and Shifen is that in Shifen, you can go to a waterfall. Okay, Shifen Waterfall, one of the most popular waterfall in Taiwan. So, which is what I'm going to do now. You can see all the hordes of buses bringing in the tourists from all over Taiwan to Shifen, Jiufen. Frankly, it is quite disgustingly touristy. Yeah. So I think sometimes if it's too commercialized, it is no good, but there is a commercialization in a nicer way. So this is what I'm trying to establish. The waterfall is an easy 15 minutes walk from the old town via an easy walk path. You have to cross this bridge and looking through the very scenic scenery along the way. It's pretty easy walk, especially the weather now is slightly drizzling, it's a little bit cool. So this is the overall map of the Shifen Waterfall. Yeah, just be careful about this 4:30 gate close. Yeah, so we are here, we need to go through the bridge and then there is a track, another bridge, and that brings you to the waterfall. Here we go. We have to cross two suspension bridge. So the first one is a pretty close one. Okay, so it's just immediately after you walk past the visitor center. Okay, here I go. Located about 20 minutes walk from the Old Street is the Shifen Waterfall. Shifen Waterfall is known to be the widest waterfall in Taiwan and is always known as the Little Niagara of Taiwan. The bridge is pretty sturdy, although it shakes a little bit, but on the whole, it is very strong and sturdy. The waterfall is about 2 kilometers northeast of Shifen Railway Station. So we have crossed the first bridge, now going towards the second bridge. So this is the path leading to the second suspension bridge, which is right behind. Ascend the step, and this is the first waterfall, which is not as great, of course. This is not what we are here for. I think the waterfall is right after this suspension bridge. So next to it, apparently it looks like a train track. So there are some coffee house along the way which serve to distract you. Don't let it distract you. Okay, just bear in mind that there is you see, 4:30 hard close. Okay, so any distraction comes after 4:30. Okay, so make sure that you visit the waterfall first before attending to all others distraction. Shifen Waterfall is a scenic waterfall located in New Taipei City on the upper reaches of the Keelung River. The fall's total height is 20 meters by 40 meters in width, making it the broadest waterfall in Taiwan. Admission to the park is free of charge. Is this guy guarding the entrance to the waterfall. Let us go down. So some historical significance of this place. This used to be a coal mine. I think it looks like coal. Yeah. So Shifen and Shifen used to be a... Yes, that's coal. Oh, in fact, there's a four-faced Buddha here. There's a cafeteria. So there are many places and things that tempt you. Yeah. Better don't succumb to others. So after the food section, that's the souvenir. Don't let it succumb you. Oh, that's bakwa. Oh, 天哪. Oh my god, I have a weakness for bakwa. Oh, let's see what we have got. Ah, that's the waterfall. Okay, let's go down. There's a couple of viewing terrace. So this is just one of them. Oh, nice. So this is the Taiwan Niagara Fall. I think it's quite a joke, but yeah. Don't forget there is a waterfall park route or a trail to get you closer to the waterfall. So in the trail there is a path leading to the bridge. Oh, actually it's not a bridge. It's just another lookout point. One of the many lookout points. I'm heading my way back to the visitor center. So on the whole, the waterfall, I think if you have seen the bigger waterfall, like the Niagara, the very big one, I think this is okay. Yeah, I think it's something that I would want to see it once, okay, but I will not come back again. Oh, it started to drizzle now, so I better get going back. This is the start of the Shifen Laojie, the old town of Shifen. Okay, the beginning part is a little bit quiet because most of the activities are centered around the railway station, which is probably 400 meters away. Oh, I'm thoroughly wet. Yeah, and I'm using my handphone to film this rather than my camera because my camera is not hardy enough. Yeah, so I better use my mobile phone. Oh, there's even a temple dedicated to the sky lantern. Let's have a look. So at the end of this red lantern, you come across a temple, and that's the sky lantern temple goddess. I think it's pretty unique. I think I didn't hear much from other people. Let's go in. Yeah, let's pay my respect first. Rather than spending money on flying the sky lantern, why not put a donation, okay, to the temple of goddess of sky lantern? I think you have more karma, more good karma instead. Let's continue our journey of Shifen Old City or Old Town. It's still quite quiet here because it's still 0.5 kilometers away from the train station. I'm sure you won't be able to recognize this is Shifen if I don't tell you. Releasing a sky lantern with good wishes written on it is an age-old tradition in the Pingxi district. It is also one of the most popular things to do in Shifen. Along Shifen Old Street, you will find several stores selling sky lantern in all kinds of color and sizes imaginable. Releasing a sky lantern typically costs 200 Taiwanese dollar for a single colored lantern or 250 new Taiwanese dollar for a multi-colored lantern. The people working in the sky lantern shop will provide brushes and black ink for you to decorate your paper lanterns with your desires. Different colors has different meanings. They could mean health, wealth, or love. I'm all drenched. It's time for me to leave Shifen, heading to the next destination. So guess where am I heading to? Yeah, just stay tuned. So hope my channel will be successful and go up, up, up in terms of subscriber, just like this. Okay, if you like this video, please like or subscribe. Thank you.